Yeah, Dave Acta checking in with the Truth Battling Lies. Little survival tip for the weekend. If you have to bug out, let's say SHTF happened. There's thousands of people on the interstate killing each other. You want to get in the middle of the woods for 4 or 5 hours, and it's 2 or 3 miles into the woods. It's raining. Maybe you're going to spend the night there. Do you have a tarp? And is your tarp set with paracord? So you can just reach in your trunk, grab it, and you've got some shelter. Simple as that. Tarps are so cheap now. I mean, these are like $2 or $3 now at a box mart or whatever. You have something to protect yourself from the elements, because especially with the insulation factor, we'll get into it in a second. There's your typical paracord. You know, I just like having these things available to grab, and you know, it's just having the extras there. This queen is good. This 7 millimeters is kind of thin, and then I think there's a 2.5 or 3 millimeters is kind of thicker. You can get this in the painting section. But whatever you do, you're going to have some kind of coverage. And this gets a little unwieldy, and that's the problem with that, but it will save your life. When I refer to the nylon spandex fabric, this is the kind of fabric I'm talking to. Your typical sports wear, because you're going to be able to rinse it out and dry it off really quick. So long sleeves, the way to go. Everything should be long sleeves. You can always cut the sleeves off and make them short sleeves. So I don't really see much benefit in packing short sleeve things. Now, for your inclement weather and protecting yourself, the togs, frog togs, they're more expensive, $20–25, but it's a heavier material. It's kind of a rain suit, the pants and the jacket. But again, it's you're going to have to protect yourself from the elements or you're dead meat. And these are a little more expensive, but the fabric's a little heavier, and this could last maybe 10 or 15 wears. Now, I know everybody went crazy with Ebola. I've already had these things, but there's a hazmat suit depending on it if it's an urban environment. So this is your typical chemical painter suit. But then again, there's these painter drop cloths that are made out of paper, heavy-duty paper. And something like this, I know here's just one bag as an example. This is the kind of insulation I'm talking about. You take something like this that's paper and kind of lay it down over the visqueen, and you've got a little extra insulation. If you've got newspapers in the car, you got paper bags in the car, this is great. You lay it down for insulation. And go ahead and sleep on the ground and see how much you enjoy that. And of course, the one thing I'm kind of a stickler on, we'll get into it a little bit later when we start talking about sleeping bags versus wool blankets. And then we're going to get into infrared cameras and some cheap ways to put some infrared cameras and motion detectors up. But these are just the basics. So insulate yourself from the ground. Protect yourself from the elements. Have clothes that are going to be durable and that you're going to be able to reuse. And think about visiting the painter section and having a couple extra tarps in your car that you can grab at a moment's notice so that you don't die. That's why we're doing this. Until next time, where the truth is battling lies, this is Dave Acta.